Fortune magazine is out with this year's list of the 40 most influential executives under the age of 40. And first on CBS This Morning, we are revealing the top names. Rob Goldstein of the investment firm BlackRock is number 5. John Elkann of Fiat and Exor is at number 4. At number 3, Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook. Jack Dorsey of Twitter fame comes in at number 2. And the most influential business leader under 40 is Marissa Mayer of Yahoo. 40 under 40 is the cover story in the new issue of Fortune, and assistant managing editor Leigh Gallagher is with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so why Marissa Mayer? And this is the first time you've chosen a woman.
This is the first time that a woman is number 1 on the list, yes. Marissa Mayer, she took over as president and CEO about a year and a half ago in July of 2012, and she has really transformed the company. This has been her year. This was a company that was in dire need of some help. It needed some saving, and she was a real wild card pick at the time.
But has she transformed it by acquisition, like Tumblr, or what?
It's been a little bit of both. She's actually made 22 acquisitions, but if you look at the stock price, the stock is up more than 80%. The employees are rallied, so she's really brought this company together, and she's still, this is a work in progress. So
then why isn't she on the cover?
Well, we decided, we actually put her on the cover last year, so we don't like to repeat.
Oh, I see.
But good question.
But our cover is Jack Dorsey, who is one of the founders of Twitter, and we just thought that that was a really timely cover choice because Twitter's going public. So.
And also a nice-looking young man, too. Who are some of the other interesting people on this list? Because I loved reading through it. I mean, really just bright, smart, great entrepreneurs. Who are some of the other big names?
Well, there's some really interesting, I mean, there's the obvious people like Mark Zuckerberg. I mean, Facebook, you know, he has been number 1 on the list. He's not this year. But there's some interesting people, like Kat Cole is on our list, the president of Cinnabon. You guys have had her on the show before.
Yeah.
Got her start as a Hooters girl in college and dropped out, and she's a really interesting story. Claudia Sender is a woman who is running Brazil's largest airline, and we think that that's a really interesting...
That fascinates me. Yeah, Claudia Sender, she's 38, and this is one of the biggest airlines, Brazil's, $7 billion in revenues.
Yeah.
Do the women who are on the list come from a business school and the same kind of education, or are they more entrepreneurial who sort of went out and founded a firm like the
woman who founded Drybar, which everyone loves, the blow-dry salon, Allie Webb. It's a mix of both, I would say, and that reflects the list as well. I mean, Claudia Sender, for example, she's a Harvard MBA, worked at Whirlpool, worked at Bain, the much more classic MBA mold. Allie Webb had an idea to start blow-drying people's hair.
And John Elkann, who's a friend of mine, who's a remarkable young man.
An amazing story. Yeah, he took over his family's empire well before he thought he was going to, and has done a really transformational job there. So it's all over the map, but a lot of risk takers, a lot of kind of disruptors.
And so how do you define influence?
We define it a couple different ways. I mean, they have to wield power in some way, whether that's in front of the scenes or behind the scenes. So, for example, one of the people on the list is Chris Weideman, who's the Jack Lew's chief of staff. So that's not a name anybody knows, but he has tremendous influence in Washington and in the Treasury. So it's a little bit of everything.
Thanks.
And we look at the size of the business, too, of course.
Thanks, Leigh.
Thank you.